Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome to a brand new video, guys. Now today, I'm still feeling like shit, I'm still sick, but I decided that the best way to get myself and my body recuperated, instead of laying in bed, I would just get up and make a video, guys. Now, in this video, guys, I want to go over some things that I think are quite interesting, which is what potentially the evolutions of some of the Pokemon that we have been shown for the, Galar region could look like. Because so far, a lot of the discussion for the last few days has just been about the Pokedex, just people complaining about the Pokedex, or people complaining about the people who are complaining about the Pokedex, or people complaining about the people who are complaining about the people who complain about the Pokedex, or people just attacking the people who are just very frustrated. So basically, it's been a bit of a shit show, to put it bluntly. But I thought, let's get back into the spirit of Pokemon and talk about some of the things that, are slightly more interesting, which is, what could some of these Pokemon look like if they evolve, or if they have pre-evolutions? I thought we'd take a look at some of these. For example, for Wooloo, Yamper, which is the new dog Pokemon, the little Corgi Pokemon, which a lot of you guys I know really like it, and of course there's also Impidimp and stuff like that. So I thought we'd take a look at some of these, talk about them, kind of, just give my opinion and my thoughts on what I think about these, and, just kind of go through them. So I thought it'd be something fun to do. The first one here is actually one that fits in with a theory video that I did, or a mention I did in one of my videos, which was kind of a bit of a theory about how Yamper, we might already know what its evolution is going to look like, because we have a little bit of a banner inside of one of the Pokemon gyms that shows a electric type looking Pokemon, wolf Pokemon, not but dog Pokemon running, and it looks like similar to kind of what we have in front of us here. So I'm going to go through some of these designs. A big shout out to everybody who made these. I'm going to make sure to link them down below to the actual designers and all that. I'm going to make sure to link to their pages, so please check them out, give them some love. As per usual, it's all going to be down there, guys. But let's start with the first one right here. Now, you guys can't see the design, but I'm going to open it up in a different window. This was made by Alexalan. So also, he's got a Instagram account called Soy Alexalan. Please give him a follow, guys. Like, seriously, do give him a follow. Show him some love, because he really made a perfect representation of what the actual dog Pokemon evolution could look like for Yamper here. So here you can see it. Now, in the corner over there, you will see that there is that little banner where you can see the silhouette, right? The silhouette of a dog Pokemon with an electric-looking tail running. And he made a little bit of a concept art here for what that Yamper evolution could look like. And I'm certain there's going to be that's going to be the Yamper evolution, and that definitely is going to be 100% going to be an evolution for Yamper. I am so certain of it, definitely. Because Yamper in itself is very small, and I think we get an image up here. I'm not sure if it's already on the Sword and Shield website, because let's be fair, they didn't officially announce those. They were in the demo, so I'm not sure if they're on the Pokemon page yet, if they've been added to the list there yet. I really do hope so, but they probably haven't, because we don't even have official arts of them yet. But I'm going to go over to Cerebi.net here and show you what I'm talking about. For those who do not know about Yamper, might as well take a look at it right here. Also, you have some other information here, apparently, that new screenshots from the official Chinese website for Pokemon Sword and Shield, showing like different angles of the castle and stuff from Sword and Shield, which we're going to take a look at later on. Might be fun to do that. But first, I want to bring up the Pokedex right here, guys, to show you what I'm talking about. Also, I'm going to lower the music a little bit if it's too loud, because some people might complain about that. But here we go, guys. So this is, of course, the evolution concept here, and here is the original, or the actual real Yamper here, which is an electric type of little Corgi, as you can see right here, guys. So it's cute little Pokemon, and I think that this would make sense for its evolution. Like, honestly, this looks like the perfect kind of like, well, progress for it, right? Instead of being this kind of chubby little thing, it will evolve into more this sleek-looking design with electricity kind of being an emphasis on it. So, of course, it might look, a lot different, might look worse, might look better. Who knows what Game Freak's got cooking when it comes down to the designs, but I think I can kind of trust them with designs and stuff, because so far, I've loved Corviknight. I think Corviknight's one of the coolest-looking Pokemon they've ever made. Like, genuinely, Corviknight is amazing. They also have, like, they have Wooloo, which is adorable. They have the starter Pokemon. I love all three of the starter Pokemon. Sobble, Grookey, Scorbunny, all look great. In general, though, they've just done really good work. But I'm really curious, though, about Yamper. And, of course, not just Yamper, but there's also, like, Impidimp. And I think it's a highly likely Impidimp might get an evolution as well. I got that feeling about it that's going to get an evolution as well, but who knows? Anything is possible. So that was one of the first ones. So, again, Soy Alexander here. Please make sure to follow him on Instagram, guys. Just slide him a follow. Give him some love, because he definitely freaking deserves it, guys. He really does. So, Next up, next design here is a concept for what Wooloo could look like. And also, if you heard a weird peep in the background, it's probably because my brother's 3D printer just finished printing a print of a Captain America figurine. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Either way, so what we have in front of us right here is a design by ya boy, Trainer Yuki. Shout out to this man. He's a freaking legend. He makes so many cool designs. And here's his representation of what he thinks a Wooloo evolution might look like. And I'm pretty certain Wooloo will get an evolution. Because, again, there's just this feeling about this Pokemon that it's going to get an evolution 100%. And really, a lot of people are kind of stuck on like what it's going to look like. Is it going to be kind of like, you know, this more like feminine design? Is it going to be a wolf in sheep's clothing design? Like, I think the wolf in sheep's clothing concept and idea is pretty cool, actually. Like, I kind of like it. I think it's kind of a interesting kind of way to, you know, to go, considering that, you know, it would make a lot of sense, like, you know, wolf in sheep's clothing. But then again, it would be a little bit weird because we would already have too many wolf Pokemon involved in this region at that point, right? So I think something like this could work as well, like a more simple, you know, kind of to the point design that doesn't go, you know, doesn't stray too far away from the norm and just kind of stays in bounds and does the work, which is, you know, to get across what an evolution should look like. And this is more feminine, as you may notice, and I do wonder if they're going to do like you know, kind of like the Vespi Queen approach, which is like that the Pokemon will have like only one form of like evolution. That's going to be like kind of the female or male version of it. For example, how we used to even have like with Gardevoir in the past until Glade became a thing, you know what I mean? Where it was just one, you know, one-sided, so to say, and like, you know, only really female. So it's kind of like, you know, a female design and all that. So I do hope they don't do that kind of thing where they just make it one side and then it's like kind of like, haha, F you, you're not going to get the other one. I really hope they do make two of them, right? And if they don't do that, well, then it is what it is and who cares? Or at least like they make the design like homogeneous in a way where it doesn't need to like, you know, be on one side or another. It can work both sides, because I feel like Wooloo for me is like a Pokemon that definitely should be able to kind of like be appreciated from every freaking you know, point of view, like every perspective. It should be like a Pokemon that you should just adore because it's so freaking cute, man. But I do wonder what they're gonna go for. Are they gonna go for more like a feminine design or a kind of more like male design? Either one though, I don't want it to just be a single one of either side. I think they got to find a balance there, so who knows? But hey, that's if it does get an evolution, which we do not even know about yet, so let's just leave it that there. But yeah, next thing though, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the coolest thing you'll see today. So first of all, this was made by Drake, who also made our shirt designs for Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I've totally forgotten about promoting, by the way, which I really should start doing, but either way, I totally forgot about that. Either way, so yeah, he made our shirt designs, and he also made this amazing freaking design here for what a potential evolution for your boy Drednaw could look like. You know, what could it look like, guys? Well, something like this. Something like this. So, honestly, this is bloody fantastic. I don't know what to say, man, but, like, this is what I'm imagining Drednaw, like, is going to actually look like when it gets an evolution. I mean, if I look through, like, all the other Pokemon in our list here, you know what I mean, go back here to the list, you know what I mean, like, Drednaw is right there, like, out of all these ones here, like, right, Corviknight's already badass looking as is, so it doesn't really need anything to happen to it, but out of all the Pokemon we have so far that are brand new, I think Drednaw is the one with the biggest potential to get a really badass evolution, and I think if we go with something like this, and we get an evolution that's more like this, like, hunky, kind of like, almost like a pseudo-legendary, right, because that's what we always usually have, like, in the region, at least, like, every Pokemon game always kind of has, like, that one pseudo-legendary looking Pokemon, and I think this time around Drednaw could be that Pokemon. Also, this thing is a water type as well, so it's kind of interesting, so I do wonder how they're going to pull that, like, you know, pull it off and how that would look like, but I think this concept right here gets that point across well. It's bigger, it's like on 2 feet, it's bipedal, you know, it isn't on all 4, which is totally fine. Like, some people might hate that, some people might like that. I like it. I think it looks better like this. I think it looks cooler, and it kind of emphasizes the point of, like, this thing just, you know, just getting chunkier and way stronger, dude. And I do think something like this is what we're going to get. I, like, genuinely, due to the fact that, like, just like a lot of the design choices they've made so far kind of mimic stuff they've done in the past, and it kind of like seems like they're following that kind of trend of like how they would do the designs as we go forward. So I do think high possibility here we're going to get this in that same manner. Also, I'm opening a few things over here so I don't block thingy-we-nos. But a high possibility for that, guys. So, final thing for this video, guys, is going to be this design right here by Kerabytes for a, you know, kind of a more like a chill design here on DeviantArt of what we could, you know, be looking for when we get Impidimp's evolution. And this one is called Debiruman no Utta, I guess. I'm not sure what that's meant to be. Impidimp Speculative Evolution, made by Kerabytes. And here we can get a little bit of a larger kind of perspective of the actual Pokemon. So here you go. Here it is. It just looks like a freaking gargoyle, and I love it, man. Now, Impidimp literally has infinite name, so it's meant to be an impish Pokemon, like an imp, which is cool. Like, I love, like, just that stuff, because it kind of reminds me of fantasy games and stuff, and I play a lot of World of Warcraft, and I have to see warlocks in World of Warcraft all the time running around with their freaking imps and shit, and it's like, man, I wish I had a pet like that. So I would love that. So guess what? We're going to kind of get that in Pokemon now. It's going to be a thing. And I think I'm going to be definitely getting myself an Impidimp. Also, it's probably going to be a very strong Pokemon. I mean, it's got a dark fairy typing, so, you know, it's a little bit up and down, but I think it's going to be a very strong Pokemon in general to actually have. So, genuinely speaking, a worthwhile Pokemon. A cool design here. It looks a lot like a gargoyle, the way, like, the wings kind of spread out, the way the hands are, like, set down and the teeth come out. It just looks so much like a gargoyle. It kind of reminds me of, like, the Notre Dame like cartoon again. I can't remember exactly. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. There we go. Kind of reminds me of that again. So I don't know. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm going to be frankly honest. It's quite interesting with the design. And also, I'm quite interested to see, like, what is to come, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If you want to see a part 2 where I take a look at some other designs as well, because there are tons out there. If you guys want to send me your designs for what the evolutions could look like, feel free to email them to me at RuffledRowlit@gmail.com. You can email them to me there, and I'll definitely take a look at them in the video, give my opinions, my thoughts, and how they would actually be well incorporated, and how they could work together really well. Though, of course, you know, Impidimp is an imp, and I'm not sure if it would really evolve into a gargoyle, but I think it makes sense right here, and actually looks somewhat decent, actually, and not some of these, but actually really decent, actually would work, though, you know, I would love to see this in kind of a more Ken Sugimori style, to see kind of what that would look like, because then you get a bit of a more insight of, like, what it would look like in-game, but still looks great. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to send me anything, RuffledRowlit@gmail.com, or join my Discord server, or even tweet it at me if you want to, though my Twitter right now is kind of blown up, because there's just been so much of the Pokedex shit that's been going on recently, that my Twitter is just kind of, like, just flooded. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a great day, though. Also, if you guys want to check out our shirt designs, which we have right now, Sword and Shield shirt designs, which are still, you know, they're out there on sale if you guys want to pick one up. We have the sword one right here, and we have the shield one right here. If you guys want to check them out, links are in the description down below. Check them out, give them some love, and I will catch you all in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Have this was a great one, and bye-bye.